The monster continues. Naoya Inoue stops Stephen Coolboy Fulton to become a new unified super bantamweight champion. Dang. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Well, the monster demolishes Stephen Fulton. Now you see why he's called the monster. I told you he could fight. Left hook, nasty. Fundamentals, nasty. It was really a one-sided beatdown. It was a one-sided beatdown where you had Naoya Inoue fighting in Japan, at home, comfortable, and all of that showed. Despite moving up, despite being the smaller man, he was the more powerful man. And you couldn't tell that he was the smaller man and he was just moving up. Poised, confident, fundamental, and like I said, he systematically chipped away and broke down the bigger man. This was a great performance by Naoya Inoue, and it proves that he deserves to be on the pound for pound list because he just moved up and took out a 2-belt champion and did it effortlessly. In fact, like when you look at this fight versus, let's say, Naoya Inoue versus Nonito Donaire, Donaire was about like late 30s or 40s in the first fight. I'm not talking about the second fight. I'm talking about the first fight with Inoue, and same situation. He fought him over there in Japan, but that fight was more competitive than this particular fight. And even Donaire himself picked Fulton to beat Inoue, but that didn't come true. Inoue was just too cool, too calm, and he was letting his shots rip. He mixes up the body attack with the headshot very well, and he's only gaining confidence. I think personally, one of the big factors why this fight was so one-sided is Nonito Donaire, even at age 40, they say the last thing to leave is your power. No one man should have all that power. So based on the fact that Nonito Donaire is strong with both hands and fast and has a killer left hook himself, despite being, let's say, close to 40 years old when he fought him in the first fight, he was able to keep Inoue honest. But I don't think Inoue really truly respected Fulton's power here, and it showed. He just kind of did what he wanted when he wanted. Now, even though I knew Inoue is a great fighter, one thing that impressed me, even though I knew he was moving up in weight, his speed really was impressive. Like the hand speed. If you look at the actual first sequence where he knocked down Fulton, he laced him. It was beautiful work. He went to the body and then he came upstairs with a hard right hand that floored him. And as Fulton, took the hit, bow, he's like rocked, and he's rocked by that right hand, falling back, very well could go down. You have Inoue who jumped on him like a cobra, like a viper, like a snake, and then left hooked him. And this was all in a matter of a few seconds. So I was like, wow, this man really could fight. If you want to solidify yourself, that's the way you do it. Mixing up your punches, upstairs, downstairs. You culminate with the knockout. Naoya Inoue is now 25-0 with 22 knockouts. So everybody has pretty much met the same fate. And now Fulton drops to 21-1 with only 8 KOs. So again, I think that 8 KOs, like I know Stephen Fulton was very confident, but it almost is looking like he should have just moved up and just avoided Inoue, because it was a mission that was going to be hard to win. He complained about the wraps and the gloves. You already had the crowd, the Japanese fans against you. He's a celebrity over there. And then on top of all those other things, these are just circumstantial things. But on top of all that, you're in there with the monster and a very, very talented fighter. So that, I think Fulton might also been starstruck. Like it's easy to say some things, and then when you come to do it, you realize it's not what you thought. What do I mean? Like, it's easy to say, oh yeah, I'll fight him over in Japan. And then you get there and there's like 40, 50,000 rabid fans screaming for one guy. I mean, even though the Japanese crowd, they were cool, even on the way out, they were praising, and clapping for Fulton. So they were real respectful, but still you're on enemy territory. They're not rooting for you. They don't want to see you knock out their champion. That's just how it goes. It's just like the Olympics. Everybody's rooting for their own country, right? And I was doing the same thing. Like, I truly wanted to see the American fighter bring it home, just like the Olympics. I like Cool Boy Fulton. I like Naoya Inoue, but I'm American. So I wanted to see the American do well, but fair is fair. And Naoya Inoue showed levels. He showed skill. He showed separation, and he got the job done. So at the end of the day, no matter what who you're rooting for and stuff like that, you got to give praise and credit to a job well done. And Naoya Inoue, he's that, he did his thing to move up and dismantle somebody who's a very, very good fighter who otherwise probably wouldn't have lost at the weight class, didn't lose to a style like Brandon Figueroa, even though he had a tough fight, and it seems like the Figueroa fight would have prepared him for this. It got to a point where it was just levels. It wasn't Brandon Figueroa, and there's no disrespect to Brandon Figueroa. I like what he's doing as well, but this is just a different level in terms of technique. And I think to beat Naoya Inoue, you're gonna have to do a lot of things right. You're gonna have a chin and be durable, but most importantly, he has to respect your power. If he doesn't respect your power, then good luck. Now, a lot of people made a big deal, like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I've seen a lot of people making a deal because Inoue said he had never really sparred or fought somebody who was black. And they were like, oh, he never fought someone black, so da-da-da-da-da. Well, now he fought someone black, and it was still the outcome that he's always given you. So for me, I didn't know that was, I think he's a Japanese fighter, and he probably just never sparred someone black, you know what I mean? But he's definitely a talented fighter, and that talent oozed through. So I never really made a big deal because I don't think it was like, how they say Top Rank has an NBF no black fighter list? I don't think it was specifically that in this Naoya Inoue case. I think he just hasn't gotten around to fighting anyone black until now because of his region and, where he's from and who he's trained with or whatever. But either way, now he can say he fought someone black and it was still the same outcome. He got a vicious knockout. Let me know how I did in this video. Congrats to Naoya Inoue in Japan. Beautiful performance, beautiful boxing. The jab, the left hook is paralyzing. I mean, there's nothing really, it's not even the fight to truly break down. It was one-sided. Fulton, rest up. You tried. And, now you see why they call him the monster. I want to see Fulton probably move up after this. And that's really that. We'll see what's next for Inoue. Congrats to both men who, just provided a spectacle for boxing. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. Man, I tried my hardest to stay up, but I'm in California. The fight came on at like 3:30, 4:30 in the morning. I couldn't do it. So I had to wake up and then watch it. So that's why this video is out a little bit later. I couldn't do it. The fight was on too crazy. I don't live in Japan. I live in Cali, baby. Drop your thoughts in the comment section and I'm out.